Stay up to date with all that's happening with the new national party, NNP. Send us a message via text or WhatsApp on 405-8683 with your name, email, and constituency. Stay in the know with NNP. Get updated.
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
Tomorrow's future is here today. Friday, April 5th. Kirani James Athletic Stadium. National Secondary School Games. Run, throw, jump. National Secondary School Games 2019. Your games, your future.
Last time, we entertained and thrilled you with song, comedy, drama, music, and dance. In 2019, we are back to light up your night as the RGPF Women's Arm presents Shine 2. A showcase of talent from our law enforcement women at the Grenada Trade Center on Saturday, March 16 from 7 p.m. Tickets are $40 in advance, more at the door. Tickets available from members of the RGPF Women's Arm and regular box offices across the island. Shine 2. Come listen to the amazing voices. Laugh your socks off with comedy at its best. A night that will leave you inspired emotionally and gratified. So let's make it a day. Saturday, March 16th at the Grenada Trade Center as we, the RGPF Women's Arm, presents Shine 2.
And good morning to Grenada, Carriacou, and Piri Martinique. Once again, it is time for Hard Talk. My name is Sheldon Scott, here with you until the hour of 12 o'clock. Yes, indeed, we're live on 97.5 CitysoundFM, CRFM 89.5 in Carriacou on 92.9 FM and in Brooklyn on 94.9 WeiVybz Radio. Also live online. Yeah, you can get us on YouTube on Hard Talk Grenada, also on Facebook at Hard Talk Grenada Live, and via our website www.hardtalkgrenada.com. All right, nice, beautiful. It is a beautiful Thursday morning on the Isle of Spice. Lots taking place today. Saw quite a few of the young ones heading over, and I know some of the heats have started at the Southern Zone games. Yeah, that's the Southern Zone for the National Secondary School Games. I was looking online a short while ago. I saw some of the heats being run off and several of the students there. So we know that the students there today are from the St. Joseph's Convent, St. George Anglican High School, Boca Secondary School, Presentation Brothers College, Wesley College, Westmoreland Secondary, as well as the Wester Hall Secondary School and the Grenada Boys Secondary School. So athletes from those schools are competing this morning at the Grenada, well, not Grenada National Stadium, the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Yeah, they are there this morning, and they are in action as they get ready for the big day on the 5th of April. All right, so that is taking place right about now. Yeah, let's just give you this quick one on behalf of the Royal Grenada Police Force. Yeah, you know, the women of the Royal Grenada Police Force, they have Shine 2. That is coming up. And yeah, we want you to hear exactly what they have, man.
Last time, we entertained and thrilled you with song, comedy, drama, music, and dance. In 2019, we are back to light up your night as the RGPF Women's Arm presents Shine 2. A showcase of talent from our law enforcement women at the Grenada Trade Center on Saturday, March 16 from 7 p.m. Tickets are $40 in advance, more at the door. Tickets available from members of the RGPF Women's Arm and regular box offices across the island. Shine 2. Come listen to the amazing voices. Laugh your socks off with comedy at its best. A night that will leave you inspired emotionally and gratified. So let's make it a day. Saturday, March 16th at the Grenada Trade Center as we, the RGPF Women's Arm, presents Shine 2.
Grenada, the games have evolved. The National Secondary School Games, Friday, 5th April. We will witness intense athletic competition, fierce but friendly rivalry, and a unique display of sportsmanship. All the secondary schools across the Tri-Island will compete for the championship. The National Secondary School Games, Kiwani James Athletic Stadium. Our nation's children still have a dream. The opportunity will shape their destiny. The National Secondary School Games, Friday, 5th April. Your future, your game.
Yeah, and the phone number 4407377. So the secondary school games, the Southern Zone, it's in action this morning out there at the Kiwani James National Stadium. Those of you that can head on out there, it's all free. And those of you that can head on over there, yeah, take the opportunity and go on.
In a special way this morning. I don't know why I feel this way this morning, but something really touched my soul.
Yeah, those are you in the St. George area. If you're visiting the St. George area today, go on and give the young ones your support. Head on out there to the Kiwani James Athletic Stadium. The action is already on, taking place up until 3 o'clock. I think that's the cutoff time this afternoon.
Morning neighbor, hear me.
You ain't at the page, just go on.
What's the matter? She asked me what it's all about. Something.
We have a caller online. Good morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning, caller.
Yes, good morning, Sheldon.
Yes, go right ahead, sir.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wait, let me go down there.
Yeah, do that. Yes, indeed.
Right.
Yes, sir.
What, you listening?
Yeah, I'm listening. You go ahead.
Mr. Man, what I hearing, how come and them telling them people don't go in the park?
Where you expect them to do? They go tell
them
people go?
Zombie and them. I said, let me give about on that, boy.
No, but you, come on. Do you really expect them to tell anybody to go there? Once it is anything that's being done at this point in time, they will never support anything.
Never in truth, no.
Christ could announce that he returning to mankind in Grenada. These individuals will say, don't do that once Dr. Keith Mitchell is the Prime Minister. That's how bad it is with them.
Yeah.
Christ could announce that he coming back to mankind. Yeah? And he's going to do it in Grenada this week. And these individuals will come and tell Christ, don't come back because Dr. Mitchell is the Prime Minister of Grenada, don't come back in Grenada.
Yeah, no joke.
That's how bad it is with these guys.
No joke.
They do these things, but they do these things with no consideration for the young ones. The young people, some of them who were training since last year, and with the other young people, I would get the opportunity now to showcase their talent. Poor people, children, who otherwise cannot afford to go to Midwestern University or to the University of California or some other university, that one of the scouts who is looking for the next Kiwani James, who is looking for the next Usain Bolt, will be looking at the Caribbean and saying, well, something good has been happening in sports in Grenada. Let me look there and see if we could find a young person we could recruit now, bring to university in the United States, pay for everything for them, give them a world-class education, and also give them some play on the international stage. They don't care about that. All they care about is the myopic political viewpoint. That's all they care about.
Yeah. Next thing, Sheldon, what you see what MLN and them do in Grenville Bay, how they form the committee and everything?
Yes.
I find we should do that in Tongue too.
Yeah, well, it's the first of a few, you know. You're going to have some others. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it go happen. What? Let we don't take on people, let we do the best we can.
No, but that's all you could do, eh?
Yeah, let me do the best. And don't afraid to blast them out. What you know, just tell us, let me understand it properly. Okay?
Okay, no problem, brother.
So all the best, buddy.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my good buddy, Bull. Morning to you, sir. 440-7377. That's the number for you to call and get on to the inside. Yeah, no matter what it is, it could be anything. Once it's happening in Grenada and it's positive, yeah, they don't want it happening right now. They have no rhyme, no reason behind this thing, you know. The only consideration that these individuals have is that they think that if things fail, it's going to give them an opportunity to get into office. That's all.
Hey, good morning, Sheldon.
Morning.
How are you?
Hey, I'm great, man. How are you?
Sheldon, I feel so happy. I'm so happy about that decision that the 4 MPs of St. Andrews took to form that council for the development of St. Andrews.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And as Brother Bull said, I do believe that the parish, the constituency of St. George should do that too. Because see what happened in there, some constituencies may get laid back if they're on their own. But forming this council, right, and bring people together, and development will be in all the different constituencies. There's the kudos to the 4 MPs of St. Andrews for coming together to bring development for the people of St. Andrews. And St. George is behind. We will do likewise because it is a good and it benefit all the constituencies in St. George if we do that. So I think that is a step in the right direction for the development of St. Andrews. So, all right. Sheldon, you have one for the God bless you.
Thank you very much, brother. Yeah, and I'm hearing all sorts of nonsense in relation to that particular issue, that the MPs have come together and are putting in place a framework. They're developing a framework, and within that framework, it will help with the development of St. Andrew. What's wrong with the 4 people who were elected by the people of St. Andrew deciding that they are going to put a better mechanism in place to engage and incorporate the views of the people of St. Andrew into the development of St. Andrew, whether the issue be agriculture and how to increase agricultural production in St. Andrew, whether the issue be fisheries and how the sargassum seaweed that's showing up again is affecting the fisher folk out there in the St. Andrew area, whether it be transportation and issues related to the bus terminus or the traffic in the town of Grenville or street vending or vending in general, whether it be education, whether it be the situation with some of the schools and how those situations can be improved. If there are situations to be improved or things that could be copied from one school to other schools in the island that are taking place in the proper way. Whether it is the development of sporting infrastructure. One of the things mentioned was the lighting of Progress Park. Yeah? So there are several issues that the people of St. Andrew may be putting forward within that forum, and then the MPs, each of them being cabinet ministers, can then take those ideas and those projects formulated from the discussions out of the organization that they have created and bring that to cabinet. What's wrong with that? Isn't that a better formula than an MP just deciding, watch, this is what I want for the people here, and just goes to cabinet and say, this is what I want? Although that's not what happens now. I could tell you MPs speak with their people and so on within the constituency. They get the ideas of people in the constituency. Then they talk to the technical people and come up with different ideas. Yeah? But it is a better structure that's being set up and one that can be duplicated, as Bull said. It can be duplicated in St. George. Yeah, so you could have the town of St. George Northeast and Northwest, St. George Southeast and South could decide that they're forming one and that they're going to have discussions as to the way forward for St. George on different areas. How do you expand the ability of the average person within the town of St. George and within St. George Northeast and Northwest and so on? How do you expand the ability of the average person to capture that tourist dollar that's passing through? The agricultural dollars that could be passing through. We have a caller. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Hi, good morning.
Brother Scott, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. Go right ahead.
All right. People's participation, people's involvement is the way to go in Grenada.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to be proud of our MPs in St. Andrews for taking that step.
Yeah.
The people that is against it, they will sit there and continue being against everything that is done for the good and betterment of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. So what we have to do is to continue doing what is good for the people. And it will always benefit the party of the people, for the people in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, the NNP. The NNP is on the right track. We keep moving, and we ain't turning back. So they can do what they want. All we have to do is to keep on that track. My brother, have a blessed day.
Yes, indeed. And folks, remember, next week, Wednesday, it's a big day, you know. Next week, Wednesday means that we'll be celebrating 1 year since the last election victory. Yeah? 1 year since the last election victory. We'll be letting you know what's taking place. It'll also be another anniversary, the 40th anniversary of the revolution, year of 1979. Yeah, 40 years already. Wow. Those of you that participated, yeah, you're officially old men and women. Yeah, so that's 40 years ago. So that'll there's some activities I believe that'll be taking place with that. Peggy, I've heard from you guys. Yeah, some activities that'll be taking place next week Wednesday in relation to that. But also it's the 1 year anniversary of the 2018 election victory of the New National Party. So the 13th of March is an extremely historic day. You've had 2 elections on that date. And the last one, the New National Party, won and also created electoral history. Back-to-back 15-0 victories. First party ever to do that in the Westminster system. Yeah, that means anywhere in the world, in the Westminster system of government. First party to ever do that. Back-to-back clean sweeps. And also, first party to ever have 3 15-0. Well, when I say 15-0, wipeout victories. The New National Party under the leadership of Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell. Yeah, 1984 was nearly a situation like that. He was General Secretary of the party then. Yeah, but it ended up 14-1. 1984 would have been the first 15-0, but he ended up 14-1. But say what? That's water under the bridge. All right? Nice. Hey, good morning to all the listeners out there in a very cold Baltimore. Oh, my dear. Can you imagine how freezing it is for you all out there? I hope that we send a little sunshine your direction. So, Cynthia, you and the entire crew out there, have a wonderful day. Tahira, Josephine, James, my bro, know you're coming down soon. Steve, good morning. Denise, Kathleen, Lesanne. So, good morning to each and every one of you. And we hope that you all are having a fabulous, fabulous, fabulous morning this morning. Yeah?
This morning.
So, remember, wherever you are, if you're heading down to the town, entrance is free. You can head over to the Grenada National Stadium, yeah,
I beg you, hold hand in hand. Are you ready?
where the Southern Zone games are taking
A
place.
song of peace and
The Grenada Boys Secondary School Presentation, Brothers College, St. Joseph's Convent, St. George Anglican High School, Boca Secondary, yeah. They're also competing against Wesley College, Westmoreland Secondary, J.W. Fletcher Memorial, and the Wester Hall Secondary School.
violence today.
All in action right now at the Carriacou James Athletic Stadium. Seeing the heats running off, I'm kind of monitoring what's going on here.
Neighbor, neighbor, neighbor,
Seeing the students heading across as well.
neighbor. Love thy
Yeah, I'm a drone. Yeah, I'm a drone over there. Yeah.
neighbor, 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 neighbor. Love thy neighbor.
The phone number 4407377. We have to come to terms with the fact that there are a grouping of people led by Dum Dum. So there's a grouping of people that no matter what, no matter how you look at it, it could be anything that's happening positively in Grenada that they believe will reflect positively on the government or on Grenada. They do not want it to take place, yeah? A company could enter Grenada right now and say that they're going to do 4,000 houses and give away. Not say rent to own, nothing. They could come and say they're doing 4,000 houses now and giving away. And these individuals will say, no, don't take it. It's just a negative mindset. You can't help it. That's just the way they are. We have a call online. Good morning.
Good morning, and how are you?
Hey, I'm quite fine. How are you doing this morning?
Good, good. Could you tell me if the games on the 5th of April would be from 9 to 3?
I am not absolutely sure, but I believe they may be.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, because they're keeping it within the school hours. Because of the work to rule, they're keeping each of the games within the work to rule time period, which is 9 to 3.
Okay.
So they're keeping it within that time frame.
Okay, thank you.
Which is good too. It means the children should be off the street before 6.
Okay, thank you.
All right, my dear. Thank you.
Bye. Have a blessed day.
All right. Same to you. And I think we have another caller online. Good morning.
Good morning, my dear Senator Sheldon. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm fine. How are you doing today?
Well, not too bad. What about Brother Devon?
He is okay for the time being. I spoke to him yesterday afternoon.
Well, Brother Devon, you have a wonderful and a blessed day, sweetheart. And drink a lot of water and not to be so hydrated. And Brother Devon, you must drink a little bit of honey with a little, what do they call the thing again, the lime, the lemon in a little warm water, and you drink that, and that's good for you too, Brother Sheldon. Senator Sheldon. And you know what I want to tell you? Today, we're going in 40 years of the revolution.
No, we are not. We are not going into 40 days of the revolution today. We're not
today.
Yeah,
but it's Thursday.
Okay, no, I just heard you saying today. So that's next week, Wednesday.
Do something they know. You see, I was Carriacou, strong Carriacou, and I want to tell you, he had a salt pan on the airport, by the airport where the airport is down there.
Yeah, hence the name point. Yes, hence the name Point Saline. Saline in French is salt. I think French or Spanish. It means salt, so it's Point Saline, Point Salt.
You see, and the thing is, boy, that salt pan was a wonderful salt pan. So what Uncle Gary do? Uncle Gary give us, let we go and take out the salt. And my father go and take out a good bit. You know when my finish, the time Ivan. Because you see, you had it in a nice thing, and that was real nice of you. When you're cooking your food, according to what food is, according to how much are you in the house, you either put 2 or 1, and he giving you part good salt. That was a wonderful salt. Excuse. It's the same thing. One day they don't want that, not another Gary. What Gary gonna give away the salt pan for when we could have get with salt and everything? Well, I'm telling you, Brother Senator Sheldon, this thing gone long way back down the road down there. No, I could give a whole history come right up the road. Well, this we working on Uncle Gary with when was he going for the independence? It's the same thing. They didn't want it. They wanted to know, but they don't want it under Uncle Gary. I could tell you about it. I could give you the whole history. Whole history. Because when you see a going at the top and not the tail. I could give you the whole history come right up the road. Well, what they call me thing it, man, the 13th they come here, the 13th far still. I will give you some history and the 13th could give you some history there. So, Brother Senator Sheldon, you have a wonderful day and take care of that cold. Don't let that cold put you down.
All right, my dear.
And so, brother,
I don't have the cold. The cold, no, leave me alone this time. You make you wrongs elsewhere, so I'm good.
I know.
All right.
But you see, as you come out to work, make sure you get a shoes for inside, because when you take out your socks, you put your foot on the ground, And when you go and bathe in the bathroom, you should have a slippers specially for the bathroom. That slippers mustn't come out there at all.
Mm-hmm.
Have that slippers in the bathroom to put in your foot.
All right.
So
Okay,
you
my
have a
dear.
wonderful and a blessed day, and take care of my 2 boys for me, please.
All right, my dear.
And Mommy George, good morning, sweetheart. Okay? My
Later.
dear, I love you, darling.
All right, love you too. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Right.
Yes, indeed. 440-7377 and the overseas number 347-329-3101. And tomorrow, remember that the Public Workers Union elections taking place tomorrow. Yeah, public workers, your election taking place tomorrow. Yeah, no teachers have the election sometime next week. All I'm saying is that please note, because when you see certain individuals who are known NDC activists pushing an agenda for one particular candidate, you know that something is up. You know that something is up. And I realize that political activists of the NDC continue to push an agenda for one particular candidate, and they're attacking another candidate in the Public Workers Union election. Public workers, what do you want? Do you want a political activist leader, or do you want a leader who is a workers activist? Do you want somebody who is being manipulated from behind by those guys within the NDC that decide, no, we want to just mess up the government, we want to make the workers stay home, we want to have a bargaining chip now to get rid of Senator Angela Lewis when we're ready? Is it a situation that you have these individuals trying to manipulate the election from behind? That's why I'll say to the people who are taking part in the election tomorrow, watch that ballot box like a hawk. Yeah. Watch the ballot box. Whether you're New Era or you're with RR or whoever, watch the ballot box like a hawk. Yeah. Don't let the thing end up in court, because all kind of funny thing take place tomorrow in all your election. Yeah. Watch the ballot box like a hawk. All right. Okay. Nice. Good. 440-7377. Remember, that's the number for you to call and get on to Hard Talk. I want to say a very special good morning to the staff down there at the General Hospital. Everybody from Real Protection Security. Yeah, I'm saying a special good morning to you guys. Real Protection and Professional too, eh? So let me say a special good morning to you guys down there.
This morning,
to the food servers, the orderlies, the beautiful, extremely hard-working nurses,
this morning,
and the intelligent and capable doctors.
I don't know if
So I want to say a special, glorious Grenadian good morning to each and every one of you.
this morning,
I've had to interact with you all, especially over the last few weeks.
but this
No, not me, huh? All you other people are going and check. Not me. I good. I'm more than good.
little children, come gather round. Oh, my children, I beg you, hold hand in hand. Are you ready? Sing a song of peace and be happy. In a time like this, it's not yet too late.
So 440-7377, 347-329-3101.
You should love thy neighbor as thyself, I say, and put an
Our public workers.
study.
Just note, these individuals, they intend to control your union. So your union will not be discussing union issues, will not be discussing the issues of the worker. The lady who was on the unestablished staff, who spent 25 years there, has now retired and goes home, and all she gets is the NIS pension. They'll be too busy discussing how to bring down the government than to discuss her issue. They won't be discussing the issue of the people who work in different departments, right now at the General Hospital. Yeah? And me have been there 10, 15 years. Yeah? Who is fighting their cause right now when they're bothering to fight against government? What I think you all should be looking at is who play in politics and who decide that they want to work for the workers. That's how I look at it. Yeah? Me are no horse in this race. I'm saying that you all need to use your critical thinking skills and you all need to assess what is placed before you and make a proper decision. And know that the unseen hand of the National Democratic Congress is involving themselves in your election. The only reason I'm talking about it is because I see what they're doing. I'm listening to Godfrey the other night. And the first few calls, until one lady, and I love that lady, she had to call and say, well, why are these political activists calling and getting involved? One of them retired how much years ago from the police service, but is a known NDC activist, always there on all NDC program, always had the worst thing to say about the government. Came there attacking one of the candidates that are coming forward. Why? Because that is part of a plan of the NDC. You had another one call until that cut him off. I thought he'd be involved in what is going to be the GUT elections, not the PWU elections. And MASH? NDC activists. They're there and they're cussing, carrying on. Cussing, trying to frighten the young man. And there's a reason. Because they can't get their political way. They're not interested in the workers. What you need is not somebody who supports your party, even if you are a supporter of the NDC. What you want is somebody who supports you as an individual. Not somebody that only aims to bring the government down. And while they're doing that, your standard of living doesn't improve. You need somebody to fight for your rights. You need someone who will focus on helping and working along with the government to develop you. And if they have to stand up against the government, they can stand up against the government and say, listen, no, I don't agree with that. That's what you need. Not somebody who's just going to look for excuses to fight against the government. The unseen hand of the NDC is involved in tomorrow's Public Workers Union election. And I'll say it again. Watch all your ballot box close. Get trusted people and put them by all your ballot box. No, I say no. Go ahead. Get trusted people and put by all your ballot box tomorrow in that Public Workers Union election. Right? Nice. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, don't listen. Yeah, don't listen. You see? Don't listen. Remember, if they can control the Public Workers Union, if they can make the decisions on behalf, and it has come out, because listening to the different discussions, you've heard that the Public Workers Union has been divided. It has been divided and has been divided for quite a period of time right now. Yeah? It has been, and even with it being divided, the government has still worked along and decided that, look, this benefit, that benefit, the other benefit. The government has still decided that they're going to work along and try and do these things. Imagine now if you have a nice united one. Yeah? Imagine that.
But something really touched my soul this morning.
Also, I was listening to Plead Your Cause this morning, as I always do. If only somebody want to cuss me, I could cuss me across there. You can't cuss me here, you know what I'm saying? Only in that brave, you know.
Morning neighbor, hear me.
And many people taking up the Liat issue. You ever heard that family will come from miles around to bury you, but they wouldn't come just across the road to lend a helping hand? You ever heard that?
And this feeling I just can't control. I don't
living next door to you in the same yard as you for years.
Well, how I feel.
You need help to pay a loan. You need to pay courts before they come back and take an item out of your house.
I see. And
sometimes $400, $500 you need, you know, from a family member to help stop courts from taking your fridge or your television and so on. They're living in the same yard with you. Can't find that money. That is too much, yeah. But let them be in Canada and you die. They're finding thousands of dollars to leave Canada and come back and cry. Buying the biggest casket that costs nearly 10 times the $500 they could have lent you to save that one item might be a bed.
We should live in love.
And they're reaching back in Grenada, big tears to come and bury you. And all you know I line. Just facing reality. And it's the same situation with how some people are perceiving that Liat issue. Yeah? I'm hearing people making the statement government should just forget about Liat and they have money and they could find money to... Number one, and if people don't understand, ask a question. A one-off payment to save Liat economically is well worth it because you could not give the money, Liat can fail, and it will cost the economy of Grenada tens of millions of dollars over the next few years. It will. Because before the time it's going to take for another airline to come into play and get up and running, or some agency to come and take over what remains of Liat if that were to happen. And so, countries like Grenada, because we have a break in our air bridge, it's going to cost countries like Grenada tens of millions of dollars. So if you could take $100,000 or $200,000 or whatever it is, I have no idea what the amount of money is. Yeah? Whatever it is that you can take now to stop that from happening, you do it. Dr. Mitchell has been one of the advocates speaking out against the way that Liat operates for many years. That's no hidden thing. That's nothing hidden. That's there. That's in record. That he has been one of the critics of the way that Liat is operated for the longest while. One of the issues that he spoke about in opening the Heads of Conference meeting here in Grenada was Liat. So yes, we understand that Liat is not working in the way that it ought to work. But as I said yesterday, you warn your partner, boy, don't drink the rum. Don't drink the rum. Let's say it's your brother, a relative. Don't drink the rum. He drinking the rum. Don't drink the rum. He drinking the rum still. But we said, don't drink the rum. He's still drinking the rum. And then one of your kidney collapse, 2 kidneys go in. He need a kidney. You're a match. Your brother, who you grew up with, your blood relative. Yeah, you have the ability to save his life now. Even though you didn't want him. But don't drink the rum. Are you going to say you're not going to give your brother the kidney? You will leave your brother lying dead? Let's say it's your child. You will leave your child lying dead? Or your child let her die? You're going to do that? After you have told them, don't drink the rum go mash up your kidney, go mash up your liver. Go eat out your inside. You warn them. Every day you're telling them. But the opportunity has now come for you to be able to save that person's life, even though you warn them. Are you going to let them die? So you much prefer to go and spend a couple thousand to bury them because you warn them, I warn you, and I don't like how you're operating. Are you going to say now, well, okay, I warn you, and I fed up at you and that? No. So that's your business. Die. Is that the approach you're going to take? Is that the approach you're going to take? Yeah? Are we just going to say, well, that is it. We fed up on you about that? And let the person die? It's the same situation with Liat. You warn them not to drink the rum. You warn them don't operate in that way. You warn them. You cannot have these exorbitant salaries for certain categories of workers within Liat. You warn them. Certain routes do not make financial sense. You warned them. You warn them. They have to relook their operations. They have to relook their staffing. They have to relook even their fees. But it's all of that. We don't want Liat. Liat is one of the safest airlines on the face of the earth. One of the safest. Look at the performance record. They might be late, but they go arrive. That is one thing we show on. I take a Liat any day. They might be late, but are reaching where are supposed to go. There are some airlines we hear about and all kind of thing, and some of them not even coming into the Caribbean. You hearing about. Check the safety records. Liat is one of the higher rated airlines on the planet for the safety record. Somehow we just like to see the negative and we don't see the positive. Yeah, sometimes they're late. Sometimes, and they have improved on that immensely. And you must give Jackie Jacket, they improve on that. Liat has improved on the time. Yeah, they have improved on that. So they might be late, but by God, I go arrive. So I ain't mind being late once I arrive. At least I'm not the late. I prefer to be late than the late. Yeah? So Zim, I see you thinking something there. We have motorcade for the artist on Saturday? What time is starting? Which part? We know we have welcome ceremony for the artists coming in on Saturday.
It's starting from the airport.
Starting from the airport, nice.
And going on the East Coast.
1:30. So we taking Killer all of them, we put them on the ching and go with them?
Going right from the East Coast back to Guam.
So we having a runnercade or a motorcade? A runnercade.
Well, motorcade.
It's run with it. We can't drive, we have to run. It's a runnercade, right? So we having a runnercade on Saturday.
Yeah,
starting from 1:30 down by the airport.
We going East Coast.
We going East Coast,
Yeah.
and then come down on the west and stopping off in Guam. You a nice thing? Yeah, are they in that? Are they in that? Yeah, I'm telling you, are they in that, man?
He coming in on 1:30, landing 1:30.
All right, so that is going to be taking place this Saturday, all right? All right, so you're sending across the audio and thing for me there, right? All right, nice, beautiful. You understand? So when Killer touch down, we go run with him. Yeah, no, sorry, drive with him. Well, we're doing something. Something will take place, yeah? Yeah, something definitely will take place when we think. All the artists going to be there. Nice, so let me hear. Let me, wait now, I'm going to play the thing there. What going on with you? Anything we're doing? Okay, I see what happened here. Nice. Let me see. Right, let me see if I could think that there. And I'll pull that so, and I'll pull this back here, and I'll do that.
This Saturday, 9th March at 1:30 p.m., the King touches down. The 2019 International Soca Monarch, Mr. Killer, returns home with the coveted crown.
I am tired and frustrated of war.
And so every Grenadian is asked to assemble at the Maurice Bishop International Airport for this grand and historic motorcade, which starts at Point Saline through St. David's up the Eastern Corridor onto St. Patrick, down the west side and into Wharf, Goodman Peters Park to be exact, for the grand welcome home celebration. And also on this motorcade, Mr. Legs, Vaughn, Little Natty and Thunder, and Mandela Links come out and show you appreciation. The International Soca Monarch welcome home party, Mr. Killer.
Tell the Prime Minister, open the port and come in home.
The celebration continues.
Run with it.
All right, yes. So the port will be open, but we open the airport, right? Nice, right? Yeah. So open the port are coming. So that's going to be happening. And I wonder if it's Liat coming on. Liat entered. Yeah, the same Liat, all of them saying. So how he'd come home? He'd have to wait until Caribbean Airline have a flight, or he'd have to take a boat or something instead. He had to wait until Amelia or one of them go down and come with that. Yeah, you understand? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's simple, huh? For me. It's simple because you see, in governance, you have to understand something. You don't take emotional responses to issues. It's okay. People can call with their emotional responses and they could say, well, just forget it. Don't give Liat any money. People could come with those emotional responses. But a government can't operate on emotional responses. You have to take everything into consideration. Not just that this has been the situation with Liat before. Liat always operating so. Liat ain't going to change the way they operating. All these sort of things. Yeah, it's all well and good for someone to come and say that. But there has to be a concerted, serious. You have to take into consideration the economic perspectives of Liat failing. Liat fails and Grenada loses much more money than it could give at this point in time in any cash donation. And up to now, I don't know if the cash donation is $10,000 or $50,000 or anything. I don't even know what the cash donation is towards upkeeping, because Grenada does have shares in Liat as well. Yeah? But at the end of the day, if you allow it to fail, it's the same as if you're continually telling the son of yours, boy, I ain't grow you up, so stop drink that rum. Kidneys collapse on him. You have a kidney to give your child. You won't say, well, he dead? No, but I saw some people are operating here right now. And then, if Liat fails or the son dead, it's the same people are coming back and say, he wicked enough. That man could have give a kidney and save his child. I know that man don't do it. It's the same people who making the noise right now, because see, they are going on emotional responses, and some of them are just looking at a political perspective. Oh, government don't have the money to pay the teachers, but they have money to give Liat. Well, my God, it's a one-off payment to Liat. The money to the teachers is not a one-off payment. You know, the money to teachers is a monthly commitment into billions of dollars that has to be done for the rest of the time, as long as there is a Grenada. So you can't measure that with a one-off payment to Liat. Anybody that's doing that and calls themselves a serious trade unionist or say that they are a politician or so, note that that person knows nothing about governance, nothing about economics, and that person should be considered serious when in any discussion. Because you're speaking about a one-off payment that is going to save you over 10, 15, 20 times the amount of money if you didn't make it. Because if you didn't make it, you're going to lose that amount and more. And people are trying to equate that one-off payment with a constant payment that would have to be made by the government of Grenada every month, and not for the next 5 years or 10 years or 15 years or 20 years, till the end of time. Yeah, as long as there are teachers and there are schools and there are people retiring out of the service, that is when that payment will have to be made. And that's why sometimes I always say, I see some people jumping up. If you see them, they bam bam in the road, whining, getting on bad. Government wicked, we want we money. Then you say, but you are aware that you have to be within the teaching service for 26 and a third years before you receive that. And I know that you were just confirmed in 2018, which means that you've got to wait until the year 2030 something or 2040 something before you could collect any of that, innit? But some of you are seeing is until the year 2032, 2034. Some of you is until the 2040s that you're going to be collecting anything. But some of them is the most vociferous and noisy out there in relation to this issue. Because they're misleading people into believing, and I didn't understand that there's still people that don't understand this issue, you know. I didn't understand that there are those that didn't understand. That still do not know that what you're speaking about here is not an immediate payment to all teachers. What you're talking about here is increasing your monthly budget to deal with those who have retired already and would qualify under this formula, and the ones to come in the future. So it's not the same and cannot be equated the same as a one-off. Only an idiot or somebody, I'll clarify here, only an idiot or somebody that does not understand the issue. So there are two categories of people here. Idiots, those who feel they know and want to give people the impression they know and that they're so bright, and those that honestly don't know but decided to speak on the issue because they have a misconception of the issue. So you could categorize the people that call and make that statement into the two. That they're trying to equate a one-off payment to Liat to the payment for the teachers on a monthly basis for the rest of eternity. It cannot be measured in the same way. Congratulations, sir, on your wedding.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Everything good?
Yeah.
All right. Where's Gigi?
Home.
She home? Tell Gigi we say good morning. All right, run. Yes, indeed, folks. 440-7377. Yeah. You see, there's some people that anytime they see something that they think, is going to give them some sort of political edge. Because see, when you're running on fumes, it's a hell of a thing. Man, if a donkey cat pass and he could give you a pull, you take it. Yeah. So they are operating on fumes. So anything pass and they feel like it makes some political mileage off it, they jump on it. But do not be misled by idiots. Do not. Or by people that do not understand the issue that they're speaking about. How could a one-off payment, one payment, be the same as a payment every single month for the rest of history? How could that be the same? How could you measure that for the same? And say that they have money to pay one, but they do what? You're crazy. That's madness. That's the difference between buying a sweetie and buying all the chocolate factory in the world. That's the difference you're talking about there, you know, buying a sweetie and buying all the chocolate factory in the world. But because the people who are speaking and making noises have their political agenda and they want to control the narrative going through the media, they always jump on and make these kind of scurrilous statements. Jump on and hoping that it's going to latch on. People go believe that, boy. People go believe that. Yeah, you wicked. Don't want you to pay teachers, but you want you to pay Liat. There's a difference. There's an obligation. There's an obligation. No, Rhonda, what I'm saying here is simply this. That some of the individuals who are not going to be getting a pension until the year 2030 something or 2040 something are the ones out there giving the impression to the average Grenadian that is a payment for now. Many of them thought was a money they had to get for Christmas. That is what I'm speaking about. I know I respect you a lot, but you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. Yeah? They are the ones, they did not understand that there are certain criteria that they have to meet before they get a pension. And while we're discussing the people who are confirmed, as you have just done, what about the people who are on the unestablished staff? The unions have continued to fail those people. What about the people who are on the unestablished staff? When they're negotiating, they're just negotiating for the confirmed. So the government can't just decide to go in and give the unconfirmed. That's not part of the agreement. You have to have a discussion about the unconfirmed, the elephant in the room, as I continue to call it. The many people in different ministries who are working there but are not confirmed. They're not through the Public Service Commission. They're not through the Commissioner of Police or Commissioner of Prisons. They are not there through the Judicial and Legal Services Committee. Yeah, those people who are there but are not in a confirmed position through any of those. What about them? Why is the discussion only going around the confirmed ones? And it's a discussion that I know the government is willing to have. But has the union focused on that? No. Because those who have been negotiating, they confirm. They're confirmed. So they ain't worried. But there's that misinterpretation that is being put out there. And that is why some people could jump on radio this morning and talking about money to give and because they do not understand the issue. And I'm not labeling all of them idiots. There are some who are. And we can't back away from that. Yeah. But there are some who just do not themselves clearly understand the issue. And therefore they're going on emotion. Government doesn't have that ability to just go on emotion alone. Yeah? If you go on emotion alone, you get everybody in Grenada a house. You do that. But the country would be bankrupt. Everybody would have a nice house, but no roads, no health care, no schools, no anything else. You could go on emotion, you know. Wow, this person need a house, and just give them a house one time. The biggest house you could possibly find. Pool, all kind of thing. You could do it. That's going on emotion. But common sense says that the best thing to do is to try and assist as many as you can in the best way possible but still leave leeway for other things. You can't focus specifically on just one area. You could decide we're going to fix every road in Grenada. We're going to rebuild every road in Grenada immediately. We're going to just shift all the funds from healthcare, everything, and redo every road in Grenada. And you fix the roads. That's going on emotion. But going on common sense says that you budget properly and you do some of the roads this year, some of the roads next year, some the other time. Meanwhile, you put in place a project to resurface entire stretches of roads, be it the Eastern Main Road, the Western Main Road, the road from the airport coming to the Port Highway, the roads around the town of St. George and so that you put in place these different projects that can be implemented in a 5-year stretch, in a 10-year stretch over a period of time until you do all the roads. But meanwhile, on the side of that, you have enough funding placed into different areas so you can focus on the healthcare and you could complete the accident and emergency wing, and you already have more ambulances than ever in the history of Grenada that are there right now. So you couple that now with ensuring that you have the proper ultrasound, X-ray, MRI, lab tests, everything that can be done at the accident and emergency. So you come in, there's a rare test that can be done there one time. You don't have to put you in an ambulance and bring you anywhere. All of that could be done there one time. So it's simply not going on emotion. And that's what I keep hearing. A lot of people go on emotion. Cabinet doesn't have that luxury. Yeah? They do not have. Yes, they feel emotion. Yes, they feel the pain of individuals. And they try to implement programs and projects that can assist to alleviate the pain of individuals. But if you go strictly on the emotional aspect of things, if you're running a business and you're running a business on emotion, every time a child come inside there and they ask for something, you're going to just give them, oh, he cute, eh? Nice. Yeah, what? Oh, God, take that. Yeah, look, okay. Take 6 pack of Pampers, take 2 tin of milk. Yeah, take some hand sanitizer and some wipes and things. Yeah, just take away your one pop. Oh, God, he nice, eh? You've gone on emotion. Your business boss. Your business boss. Yeah? Every time somebody come because you like them and you're going on emotion, your business going bust. Government does not have that luxury. So when people call and say, Leliat fail, that's emotional. That is not based on a serious, critical thinking approach to the issue at hand. In some instances, it's just based on a political view. Because they think that by saying that, they're going to get some people to say the same thing and it's going to affect the government. So say that. Go on radio and say that. Say they shouldn't give Liat no money. Let Liat fail. Or some people may have had an experience with Liat that wasn't a nice one. So they come and let Liat fail. But let me ask you, the experience you had with Liat, did you die? Did you die? Ain't you alive now? That's what we're getting at here. Yeah? 440-7377. That's 440-7377. That's the number for you to call and get on to today's program. Yeah? That's the number for you to call and get on to today's program. Let me just make sure I have this here. Nice.
This morning, little children, come gather round.
We have a call online. Good morning. Hello.
Brother Sheldon, how are you today?
Hey, I'm fine, man. How are you doing?
Yeah, well, nice and sunny. Tobago nice and sunny, man.
Yeah, all you relaxing after the carnival.
I just want to tell you the
Oh boy, there seems to be a breakup with your phone line.
Yeah, me clearly now?
Yeah, hearing you a bit better now. You go ahead.
Yeah, I was telling me chime in on the Liatis, because as a man that's travel regularly.
Mm-hmm.
And as I speak out there, I know check sometimes 24 times a year I travel with Liatis from Trinidad,
Wow.
And, some of the times they can't travel, they will put you up in a hotel. They will give you 3 meals,
Mm-hmm.
They will give you a taxi to drop you from the hotel back to the, So I always travel in Liat. I love Liat, and I just feel safe when I travel in Liat, and I don't know no fright nothing. I just feel real happy. If you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And when I hear people, saying this thing about Liat, some of them voices are here, and no one meet them up in hotel already. They benefit. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They benefit because you don't leave your strand and if you can't come, they go tell you put you up in a hotel. And they will tell you, well, you go travel next day or wherever. You understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Mm-hmm.
Liat is the best. You understand what I'm saying? I don't feel very comfortable when I travel in Liat. When I check this sometimes, I remember I traveled about 24 times backward and forward. Because when you travel, like if you travel 12 times, 12 and 12 is 24, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because when you travel to come back. You understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Yeah.
And that same year, I even come over because Liat was transporting to come over to Tobago. I even come over to Tobago. So if you check it, 25 times I travel in Liat. If you understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't people and they doesn't help nobody. But remember, I was speaking to some people. They say, remember, Liat was the airline who helped after Ivan to bring out that stuff. Because I get stuff from Liat, brought me out that stuff for me. You understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Mm-hmm.
And you can't be ungrateful. Ungratefulness is not good. You just suffer. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? And I'm urging the people of Grenada, try and help Liat. Liat is the safest airline. When people can't come for Carnival and they have to drop all about, if Liat will just bring them in. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I would like for them to help Liat. If I had the money, I would have given them some. If you understand what I'm trying to tell you. But I'm looking for people like Mr. Royston Hopkins to be one of the man on the board to manage Liat. That's all I have to say for today.
All right, brother. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right. 440, yeah. He traveled with Liat 24 times a year. That's 12. One time a month, every month, between Tobago, Trinidad, up here thing. Yeah. Every single month. 24 times. Yeah. And he's right. If they have a problem, they put you up in a hotel or something. But you have some people that they take this thing from just a political perspective or emotional perspective. Cabinet, government, MPs cannot simply only look at the emotional aspect. They have to look at all aspects. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Scott.
Morning, sir. How are you?
Well, I'm doing very, very, very well. But I must say that, I was very happy to hear you mention the hospital, and some of the different
real protection, man.
Because right now, I really want to congratulate, the cooks and food servers, they are really pulling their weight because of the challenges they face in terms of making things happen. I work at the hospital, so I stay away from hospital business. I'm not no spokesman for hospital, But when you mention things like that publicly, and I'm here and I'm saying things, I just feel obligated, you understand, to really let them know that, the efforts that they are making right now, is not going unnoticed.
Yeah.
Now,
them ladies and gentlemen does work hard.
We have entrusted this government with an extraordinary mandate, a mandate that no other government in our region enjoys. And that did not materialize by accident. It's as a result of the trust we the people placed in the government through the democratic system we have here. Now, this government don't take and make decisions because it's popular. They make decisions even when it's not popular, but it's the right one. That goes to whether it's Silver Sands, Rex Grenadian, the post office, Liat, the decision to bring in San, even the Attorney General. Don't forget, we run this country properly. Now, listen to this, Mr. Scott. It seems that they was planning to sabotage and interrupt the last election. They failed miserably, if not completely. So now they are after the PWU. But here, this morning, I was listening to Mr. Grimes on a radio program. And I listened to him carefully and attentively. He was not malicious based on what he has said, in my opinion. But I'm somewhat surprised that Ms. Rachel Roberts was elected president, Because what was said, it seems to me that she have not done much during her term in terms of informing and educating the members based on what was said. But, Mr. Scott, I wish them very well in the election. My last point here, brother, and it's with the traffic wardens. I must say that drivers need to wake up and realize that with the implementation of traffic wardens on the street to complement the police, it would not be business as usual. The law will be enforced. So vehicle operators need to make sure that all the relevant documents is up to date and in order. Everyone should obey the rules and regulations of the roads that govern the license. It will not be business as usual. And the magistrate must be very firm with those that blatantly abuse, you know, these traffic wardens. So like I've said, you know, remember, these folks will be seeing things that the police maybe don't normally see. And I know that there will be a lot of people that, drivers on the road, that will show a high level of disrespect for them. But I'm saying, Mr. Scott, when they go to court, the magistrate should be very, very firm. Now, if you're driving a bus, my brother, and and this is your livelihood, you have to protect it. You cannot go breaking the law. And then when the magistrate take your license away for a 6 months or a year, you want to come and moan and groan and cry and talk about, well, this is my livelihood, how they expect me to take care of my family, how they expect me to take care of my children. This is the things you have to think about first. Mr. Scott, to all my brothers and sisters in the Northwest constituency, our state-of-the-art daycare child facility is well on its way. And just like the minister promised in terms of delivering, there is no question in my mind. The process of delivering is well on its way. And the people of Moncton and the surrounding communities can look forward to having a first-class facility. Mr. Scott, with that, I want to thank you for the opportunity.
All right, my brother. Thank you very much. All right. Folks, 440-7377, that's the number for you to call and get on to the inside. So let me see what Joanne is saying here. Mr. Scott, I understand the importance of LIAT to tourism and business in the Caribbean. One of the things mentioned that contributes to the failure of LIAT to generate profits is the airfare taxes charged by the governments in the Caribbean. Is that the case? And if so, is it feasible to look into offering LIAT tax breaks to ensure the situation whereby LIAT needs to be bailed out does not reoccur? And yes, indeed, Louis, Joanne. Now, Prime Minister Mitchell has also spoken out about the taxes, but it cannot be a situation where just Grenada lowers the airfare tax. It has to be a regional thing. All of the routes have to decide that they are going to reduce the airline taxes that are paid, that governments collect through people traveling with LIAT. And he has called, Grenada is willing to do it. Let me state again, Grenada is willing to do it. But Grenada cannot do it alone. It has to be done. St. Vincent, St. Lucia, St. Kitts, Dominica, all of the other countries, they have to also decide that they are going to lower the taxes. It has to be a regional discussion. Prime Minister Mitchell has engaged in that discussion already. And he has stated that Grenada is willing to do it. So Grenada is willing. But is St. Kitts, is St. Lucia, are the other countries willing to do that? Yeah? So yes, the issue of the taxes, it does affect the ticket price. It does affect the ticket price. Grenada is willing to do the right thing. Are the other countries also willing to do that as well, to make travel more affordable? Because in my view, I remember a time in the 1990s, even up to the early 2000s, when guys would be hanging out in St. George and just decide, hey, it have a show in Trinidad, let me go. Fellas used to actually go online with the passport, because sometimes they ain't going home. They jump a plane, they head down Trinidad, they go somewhere, they buy some clothes, they go to a guest house. They have different guest houses that you get to know them by name. And guys used to leave here on a weekend and run down in Trinidad and Lime and come back on a Sunday evening. That was a regular occurrence. You have a major show taking place sometimes and fellas say, well, we going now. Let me call we boy down there, go pick us up on the airport. And they make a call and they go because the price of the ticket was reasonable. But because of the taxes, and we're not just speaking Grenada here, we're speaking all, but Grenada is saying we're willing to reduce, but it has to be a region. Grenada can't do it on its own. It has to be a regional something that you could get it back to that again. That the average Grenadian could say, well, I hit down Trinidad and check some relatives. Or going down Trinidad and get something. I can't find that part from a car anywhere in Grenada I search. I can't find that part from a car. So let me run down Trinidad and head in the bamboo and see if I get that. Yeah? What's the guy down in the bamboo named Dick? Dick and them that down in the bamboo there? I head down in the bamboo and see if I get the parts. Or you go in down in El Socorro and see where you get something that you cannot find here. Yeah? So it will also mean that sometimes you decide that you want to head over to St. Lucia for a weekend. Maybe you and the wife decide that, look, we want to take a weekend out. And you could head over to St. Lucia because the price of the ticket is cheap. Or you could head over to Dominica. Or people from those islands can come here. Or someone from Trinidad who decides that, look, I want to take a look at rest. Let me head over to Grenada. Or Spice Mass is coming up. The price of the ticket is reasonable. Let me head over. You find you have to put on more flights because more people want to travel because the price is reasonable. But if the price remains too high, then they're looking at alternatives. That's when you have to look at, let me see if we get a ferry to head up Trinidad. And that sort of thing. Yeah, so the price is an issue. That is an issue. And again, it's another one of the issues that the Prime Minister of Grenada has discussed and put forward proposals for in relation to Liat. Yeah, it is one of the issues. Yeah, 4407377. That's 4407377. Yeah, those of you going out to vote in the PW elections, remember the unseen hand at the end this year. Nazim Benjamin, technical man.
This morning.
I want to believe what I think I saw on Monday night was what I saw. I want to think is what I saw. I think I saw. You want to know what I think I saw? I think I saw Randall Robinson on Beyond the Headlines with the same Katisha Williams. I think I saw him as I guess, but I want to believe it's that I see.
This morning.
Tell me if it's that I see. Well, I know you was in Carriacou. You was in the middle of Monday night mass taking photos and things by that time for Party Grenada, www.partygrenada. So I know that you didn't see. But tell me, are crazy or is that I see?
Little children,
I want to know, bro. I want to know if what I saw on Monday night was the same person that's saying that the young lady had no right to be there and she political. I want to know if he is saying that is a sin and he condoning the sin. I want to know. So tell me if it's Randall I see that. Maybe my eyes, and as wear glasses and things. Sometimes the eyes just get a bit raw and all kind of thing. And going to the temperature and all kind of thing, the eyes just get a little bit of a problem, you understand?
help your fallen brother back.
If I've been doing some work late or reading a lot, sometimes the eyes just get kind of fuzzy. It doesn't see things proper. So I just kind of glimpse, because kind of following other things. So.
Neighbor, love thy neighbor. Neighbor, love thy neighbor. Mush it up.
Good morning. Hello.
Hello, he was on the radio Monday.
Oh, he was on the radio. So that means
Yeah,
he was on the
on
television.
The point Monday.
With Senator Katisha Williams?
Yes.
Oh, my dear.
Was there with her.
So does that mean he's backtracking on his idiotic statements that she has no right to be there?
Yeah, that's what he said.
So he's backtracking.
But he talk with her nice. But I don't see her because his radio have TV.
Oh, dear.
But he was there.
That's interesting. That is interesting. That's interesting.
And then the next man say, what about what they want Monday, they want how they call her come to say what she has. He tell Godfrey Tuesday, you must bring how they call her come up. I cannot.
Bring who come up?
So we go talk again, Papa.
All right, my dear.
I want to run in the shop before it get closed.
Yes, do that.
Okay, Papa?
All right, my dear.
Love you, baby. Bye-bye.
Love you too. Bye-bye.
Right.
Yeah, so, boys, the man in shoot, I just see a video there. Yeah, is he there? Is me there? Oh, gosh, we have a caller online. Good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello. Hi, good morning. Good morning. Oh, I have a feeling that is scam. I have a feeling that is scammy. Morning to you, Miss Scammy. Come on, call us. Let us know what you have on sale down there. Let us know. Well, I know you have a bag. Any of them boss man looking for bag, go and check Cammy. Yeah, I know she does that day. Right? You're feeling thirsty, you could go and get a little drink by Cammy. Nice. Good morning.
Morning, Sheldon.
No, it's you.
Yes,
my girl.
Rondell Van, I think Brenda. Hello.
Yes, I hear you.
Yes, I think it's Rondell Van Brenda was there.
Well, a surprise.
And yeah.
A surprise because Auntie says she should not be there.
I tried and I couldn't get to for the longest time. You know.
Okay.
Hello, good morning. So TV was there. You know, what's I mean? I think we know these guys and them. You know the people and them okay. It's a bunch of hypocrites. They're not real. I mean, you can be honest and say what you have to say and be honest with yourself.
Yes.
You understand? It's a bunch of hypocrites. Yeah, they're hypocrites. You understand? They don't have belly. These guys are not people have belly. They don't have guts. You know?
My.
That's why I said, Sheldon. When the Prime Minister just step down or resign, whatever, you have to have somebody have belly like him to rule this country, you know? You have to have somebody like Dr. Keith Mitchell to run this country because he have belly.
Belly like Bolly.
Yeah, you have like Bolly. When you hold, you got Bolly thing inside him. You have to have belly. You can't get somebody that don't have no belly to rule Grenada. You understand?
Yes, indeed, you're correct.
I mean, that is my language, our language is real, so people understand what I'm talking about.
Yes.
When none of them is a bunch of hypocrites. They're not real. Yeah, that is me. And I won't change for nobody, that is me. That is me. Yeah. And you know there, I just stop up my radio. I just stop up my TV when they come on because they're not real. You understand?
I would
You, Sheldon Scott.
Yeah.
Is an NNC supporter.
And I just say it.
And you just say it, and you have no fear. You're not you say that's how it is.
Yeah.
But you understand? Some of them are one for team, one of. I come here, Scott. Scott. When Peter David decided that he was here with the NSP government, as one of the biggest supporters, I said, I'm going to support the Virgin.
Yeah.
And I support NDC, and I go there, and I got firm support of the NSP government.
Yes.
Despite what people say in Grenada right now. You don't bother me. You don't bother me what nobody say about me. I am a supporter of the NSP and I support the NSP government. And even before, even when I was with NDC, I used to go by Dr. Keith Mitchell all the time. You understand what I'm saying? I wasn't scared. I used to go to that man. But I'm a supporter of the NSC government. And nobody is paying me. Nobody is paying me to say what I said yesterday. I don't get nothing from nobody. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
I don't get anything from no politician to say, well, they're giving me something. That's the reason why I'm calling you and saying that. You understand?
Yeah.
Because I have eyes to see what's going on here. I am not deaf. You understand? I could see things is happening for a lot of people. You understand? A lot of young people, they have a lot of opportunities. I see people have that they get little jobs, they better their life. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So I can't say nothing happening. They see things happening and they still say nothing happening in Grenada. So big guys and them is a bunch of hypocrites. I don't have to say that.
Exactly.
You understand? The hypocrites. Even if you don't like the NSC government, you're not supporting them. But you have eyes to see different villages that people get roads. A lot of young people get a little job. Right now they're asking all young people come and take a course to work in the police force. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
They're begging, they tell you come and do the exam. You understand? Someone to go somewhere. And they say nothing happening to them. Both are hypocrites. I don't begging them. And even if I can't work here again, I don't begging nobody. The only problem I have is with my health. And I'm sick and I never hide that. Everybody knows that. You understand? I don't hide that. Yeah. So you have a blessed day and good morning to everybody.
Same to
you.
you, love.
Home and about good morning.
Same to
right.
you.
Have a good day.
All right, my dear.
Bye-bye.
I could I never believe it. After all the thing Randall say about the young lady still got the program. Well, how you could say the program is wrong for she to be there and is a takeover and thing and you get the opportunity to go and you still go? I say you that turn it down and say you turn it down on principle. All you two hypocrite. I would have never thought so. What are the hypocrites so? I lied, boy. What? Well, folks, that's all the time we have for our talk today. It's been wonderful being here with you. But remember, as Cami just reminded me, thank you so very much, Cami. This Saturday, remember the police exam, it's going to be taking place. They say walk with a light snack. You all going to write the exam? Because it's going to be about 3 hours long. So walk with your pencils and so and walk with a light snack. And, of course, you have to carry some form of identification with you. Yeah, just in case they want to make sure you is who you is. Right? Nice. So you can head on there. And if the police looking for you, you could go to the exam too. Yeah, go and write the exam. Make it easy. Go in and write the exam. Yeah, so that's going to be taking place this Saturday. For those of you in St. George and Lower St. David, you can go to the GBSS auditorium. They'll be doing the exam there from 9 o'clock on Saturday. Those of you in St. Andrew and St. Patrick East, they'll be doing that exam. And Upper St. David, you can head on to the St. Andrew Anglican Secondary School, 9 a.m. this Saturday. And for those of you on the Western Zone, yeah, that's St. Patrick West, St. Mark, and St. John. You can go to the St. Rose Christian Secondary. Yeah, you head there on Saturday for 9. All right? Yeah. And those of you in Carriacou, your day is going to Carriacou Petit Martinique. Your day is going to be next Saturday, the 16th, at the Magistrates Court starting at 9. Remember, don't leave home at 9. Don't try to reach at 9. The exam begins at 9. So be there by 8:30, yeah? Take my stupid advice. Get there early. All right? That's all the time we have for our talk today. And whatever you say and do it safe and secure. To the technical man, Mr. Nazim Benjamin. You hear him in the back there every now and again. And to each and every one of you on the program today who called, who interacted with us via online. And so we love each and every one of you. Hope that you all have a fabulous day. In whatever you say and do it safe and secure. Want to be speaking to and with you and not about you. I am out of here.
This Saturday, 9th March at 1:30 p.m. The King touches down. The 2019 International Soca Monarch, Mr. Killer, returns home with the coveted crown.
I am tired and frustrated of war.
And so every Grenadian is asked to assemble at the Maurice Bishop International Airport for this grand and historic motorcade, which starts at Point Saline through St. David's up the Eastern Corridor onto St. Patrick down the west side and into Wharf, Cuthbert Peters Park to be exact, for the grand welcome home celebration. And also on this motorcade, Mr. Legs, Vaughn, Little Natty and Thunder, and Mandela Links come out and show your appreciation. The International Soca Monarch Welcome Home Party, Mr. Killer.
Tell the Prime Minister, open the port and come in home.
The celebration continues.
Run with it.
Tomorrow's future is here today. Friday, April 5th. Kirani James Athletic Stadium. National Secondary School Games. Run, throw, jump. National Secondary School Games 2019. Your games, your future. This Saturday, 9th March at 1:30 p.m., the King touches down. The 2019 International Soca Monarch, Mr. Killer, returns home with the coveted crown.
I am tired and frustrated of war.
And so every Grenadian is asked to assemble at the Maurice Bishop International Airport for this grand and historic motorcade, which starts at Point Saline through St. David's up the Eastern Corridor onto St. Patrick down the west side and into Wharf, Cuthbert Peters Park to be exact, for the grand welcome home celebration. And also on this motorcade, Mr. Legs, Vaughn, Little Natty and Thunder, and Mandela Links come out and show your appreciation. The International Soca Monarch Welcome Home Party, Mr. Killer.
Tell the Prime Minister, open the port and come in home.
The celebration continues.
Run with it.
Grenada gets positive outlook on its journey towards climate resilience. Details to this story and more in the National Report. With the details to the news for Wednesday, March 6th, I am Rikisha St. Louis. A local climate change consultant is projecting a positive outlook for Grenada on its journey towards climate resilience. Dr. Spencer Thomas says it is good news that Grenada has all the legal framework in place to push implementation and secure funding for climate resilient projects. He was addressing senior management officials and permanent secretaries at a high-profile capacity building seminar on climate change adaptation and financing at the National Stadium on Wednesday. However, he says more needs to be done to build national-level capacity to access more funding from international organizations.
There are a lot of opportunities available, but we have to get our house in order to ensure that we are able to leverage the funds available for climate change. I think we have a very good international profile, but as we indicated to the Cabinet, this is not enough. We need to have the national level capacity to leverage the resources. We're coming out of the structural adjustment program. I think we are in a very good state right now. We have a lot of legislation in place. The legal framework is in place. We need to get some bodies, some really human resource, and we need to populate some of the ministries and ensure that they have the systems in place so that we can access the resources.
Grenada's outlook is positive as the knowledge of what the country is faced with is well known. Dr. Thomas warned that the consequences of not doing enough to address climate change as a small state can be detrimental.
We know what the science is in. The science is saying to us that the consequences of not doing anything, not doing enough, is dire going forward for all small island developing states, for all the countries in the region and beyond. So we now need to take action. Our position has always been in the negotiation that we need to be very strong, very firm, very clear in the negotiation, and very ambitious. Because we believe that if we're not on the table of the negotiation and making those requisite noises and demands that we will be eating for supper.
The workshop provided an insight on the interlinkages with other important policies relevant for Grenada's climate responses, highlight the importance of Grenada's obligation to the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change, and made recommendations for climate implementations. In related news, senior managers and senior government officials are more equipped to tackle the effects of climate change. This is following a two-day high-profile capacity-building workshop for decision-makers organized by the Environment Division and GIZ in the Ministry of Climate Resilience. The workshop was geared towards sensitizing ministers and permanent secretaries about climate change adaptation and how recommendations and strategies can be incorporated into the work in their respective ministries. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Climate Resilience, the Environment, Forestry, Disaster Management and Information, Marina Jessamy, says Grenada's focus must be on project implementation and sustainability.
We live along the front lines of climate change. And I think the 2017 Atlantic hurricane season demonstrates the seriousness of that. The Ministry of Climate Resilience continue to link climate adaptation, mitigation, and disaster risk reduction for that very reason. I believe that we have a policy infrastructure in place. We have a national adaptation plan. We have a national climate change policy. We have a nationally determined contributions program that speaks to mitigation. We have a national coastal zone management policy. We have legislation that will revise, but it's implementation time. And truly we need your support. And I believe that with a holistic view on climate resilience action, we will be able to support PS Bizan and the team to continue implementation at a very rapid pace.
The workshop was held against the backdrop of a 2018 meeting on adaptation to climate change in Grenada at the Senior Management Board, where it was decided that permanent secretaries are key to providing guidance to the focal points so as to contribute to the success of the National Adaptation Plan. Permanent Secretaries Pauline Peters, Elvis Morin and Kevin Andel are all excited about networking to contribute towards Grenada's drive to climate adaptation and resilience.
It is very important, the formation of the focal points, the climate change focal point network, where our various focal points within the ministries can work together to develop the projects and deal with the issues affecting climate change across sectors.
We have to be integral with it. I cannot see us being a standalone or on a limb where climate issues are concerned. So we have to contribute by way of doing the legwork, that is providing the data, providing the information on the ground, by also formulating projects that are going to benefit us as a sector. So I believe we have an integral role to play in the entire process.
If we use the Whitney Houston song, I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. One of the major champions for climate change would be children, would be young people. Now, because we are in charge of that, we can mainstream climate change issues within the educational sector. That now requires not only Ministry of Education, or Ministry of Youth, Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, all of the partners coming together and approaching this holistically as one body. But I believe strongly that Ministry of Education has a critical role to play in the whole issue of climate change.
This is the National Report. We'll have more news after the break.
Tomorrow's future is here today. Friday, April 5th. Kirani James Athletic Stadium. National Secondary School Games. Run, throw, jump. National Secondary School Games 2019. Your games, your future.
Welcome back. Grenada can look forward to hosting night cricket in the near future once lights are installed at the National Cricket Stadium according to ICC specifications. During Tuesday's post-cabinet briefing, Honorable Oliver Joseph, Minister for Trade, Industry, Cooperatives and CARICOM Affairs, says lights will be also installed at the Lasajes playing field, where practice matches will be held by international teams. He says they must ensure that Grenada conforms to the rules of the International Cricket Council.
We had announced previously that the stadium will be lighted up so we can have night cricket, international cricket played on the lights. Well, we are almost there now because the tendering process has been completed and the lights have now been sourced as we speak, because the ICC have their specification, which we must meet the international standard. And so we have to ensure that we have the right light. The money has been budgeted for both the National Stadium and Lasajes. Now you might ask, why Lasajes? Because Lasajes is the ground on which the international teams will go and practice. Right? So you have to have the same standard of lights when teams come to Grenada.
And finally, Grenada will celebrate International Women's Day on Friday with a women's village that will, among other things, encourage women to tap into non-traditional job markets. It will also serve as an avenue for networking. Mrs. Elaine Henry McQueen is the Senior Program Officer for the Division of Gender and Family Affairs in the Ministry of Social Development, Housing and Community Empowerment. She highlights some of the main activities for the day.
The specific activity for International Women's Day that we are pleased to host and to collaborate with several partners on is a women's village. The women's village will be at the Botanic Gardens, the Sir Eric Gary Botanical Gardens, near to the gazebo and the surrounding areas there. It will be on Friday, March 8th from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. This activity is one where particularly women and girls can come together to receive information on a range of topics, but especially about non-traditional jobs, and to encourage them to widen the kinds of ideas we have about what is good for women to do as employment. We will also hold several cafes, discussion cafes. We will receive speeches, there will be tea, and other events. There will be entertainment and activities ongoing during that day.
The Ministry of Social Development is working with its partners to host the event. One of them is Seroptimus International Grenada, which helps to improve the lives of women and girls. Its president is Loris Pascal.
We are collaborating this year with the Ministry of Social Development, Housing and Community Empowerment on this very important theme, and we're going to be just shifting a bit from the theme, but I think it's the same. We're looking for balance for better. So when we look at how the economic space is being petered out for our women and girls, we feel that we should be encouraging more to take up those jobs that seems to be paying the most money and which is the most frequent.
That story just ended the national report for today, Wednesday, March 6th. Recapping the top story. Grenada gets positive outlook on its journey towards climate resilience. On behalf of everyone who made this newscast possible, I am Rakisha St. Louis saying thank you for joining us. Until next time.
At 1:30 p.m., the King touches down. The 2019 International Soca Monarch, Mr. Killer, returns home with the coveted crown.
I am tired and frustrated of war.
And so every Grenadian is asked to assemble at the Maurice Bishop International Airport for this grand and historic motorcade, which starts at Point Saline through St. David's up the Eastern Corridor onto St. Patrick, down the west side and into Wharf, Cuthbert Peters Park to be exact, for the grand welcome home celebration. And also on this motorcade, Mr. Legs, Vaughn, Little Natty and Thunder, and Mandela Links. Come out and show your appreciation. The International Soca Monarch Welcome Home Party, Mr. Killer.
Tell the Prime Minister, open the port and come in home.
The celebration continues. Run with it. Tomorrow's future is here today. Friday, April 5th. Kirani James Athletic Stadium. National Secondary School Games. Run, throw, jump. National Secondary School Games 2019. Your games, your future.